All right. Got another build. Hey, there's 60 views on my last D2R video, which is massive. All right. And that is motivation enough to show another build, right? 60 views. I don't know who's watching, but I know Double Billy watched, who's the off-meta king. So if he watched it and he thought that was cool, then why not do another one? So this build, you can probably see the fanaticism aura on this druid. This build is a Hunter Druid. He is a summoner hybrid who uses a bow, and our mercenary also uses a bow. Check out the mercenary first here. Mist and a matriarchal bow, so she can shoot faster, and it's +6 to skills, which is awesome. It had a pretty high roll, I think, on the enhanced damage. 354%. I don't know what the max is actually, but anyway, +6 there. Got an Andes for the +2, the attack speed, and then I have this Skin of the Viper Magi with a socket, and I threw in a -3 +5 cold skill damage. -3 is kind of garbage. I didn't know what else to do with it, but so I tossed it in there, and I think it suits this mercenary well. We have a level 17 freezing arrow, which is quite good with 100% pierce on this. And you know what? The cast rate on the Skin of the Viper Magi, I think that helps with casting Inner Sight to reduce enemy defense. So, you know, it all kind of works together, right? And then for us, for our druid, we have, I'll start with the weapon this time. We've got Faith. And I found a 15 ED +2 to attack rating 4-socket shadow bow. And I made a Faith for the first time ever. And guess what? It rolled a perfect level 15 fanaticism. It only got +1 to all skills, but that does not matter at all when you roll a perfect 15 fanaticism aura in a perfect +15% ED shadow bow. So I have this awesome Faith shadow bow, and I'm glad I made it in this and not an Amazon only weapon, so I could use it on pretty much any character I want. Yeah, so that's awesome. All right, we also have a G-Face. There's a socket in it. I found a jewel that had 40% enhanced damage, -15% requirements. So that works out pretty good. And gives us a little extra damage. And that way we didn't have to put as much into strength. And we've got Cat's Eye for run, walk, attack speed, dex, very good. Gore Riders for run, walk, and all the good stuff that comes with that. Our armor is Chains of Honor. The damage to demons and undead, very nice. 2 skills, we need that. The life steal, the replenish life, the all res. This thing is insanely good for this build. We were hurting on some res, so this basically solved it for us. I've got a damn good Raven Frost. It rolled +20 to dexterity. The Razor Tail, I'm using that because we are a bow build druid. And then I've got just a rare ring with some res, some replenish life, min-max damage, a little bit of attack rating. And then I've got these juicy crafted gloves that I made. Attack speed, life steal, crushing blow, strength, life, lightning res, and poison length reduced. That's pretty good. On swap, I'm using Lacerator in case we run into a guy that is immune to cold and physical. I'll break his physical with this. And then I've got this this Lance Guard. I really like this because it has Deadly Strike on it. And it's got, if you can see, it has a wolf. There it is. You see the wolf symbol on it? I think that is very fitting for this Hunter build who's going to use summons as well. And you know, this Deadly Strike pairs very well with this War Strike if you use War Strike here instead. This works pretty well. I found one of these F and it rolled pretty good too. The Deadly Strike is so good with this, with the G-Face, with this, with the shield, and with this. What are we sitting at for that? So if I run this sometimes with this build, and the Deadly Strike is 100%. Yeah, that's right, I forgot. 100% Deadly Strike with 56% chance of crushing blow. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'll put this one back on because we might need that amp damage. But I really do like that 100% Deadly Strike that you can get going with all these. I think that is sick. So anyway, back to the Faith Bow. Now, so what I do with this is, you know, the skill tree is, you know, I'm trying to build up Cyclone Armor so we can get a little bit more Elemental Absorb. And then the rest is summoning. So we have 20 Spirit Wolf, 20 Dire Wolf, 20 Summon Grizzly, and 20 Heart of the Wolverine. So first, here's our Cyclone Armor. And then there is some pre-buffing here, all right? But it's definitely worth it, I think. So I'm going to drop these on the ground. I have a Mang Song's Lesson for +5 to skills. We don't have enough strength for a spirit. But anyway, I've actually found 2 of these. And then we got to put these charms away here. Get some Summoning Skillers. Switch out our Amulet. And then switch out our this. I made this Delirium. This has 3 to Direwolf and 2 to Heart of the Wolverine. So that means we get 4 to Heart of the Wolverine and 5 to Direwolf. All right, and you notice we lose our strength on this, so I put on a T-Gods to get our strength back so I can keep using that. Got a SOJ, another SOJ, and then I've got this Amulet +3. So we are sitting now at level 47 Direwolves and 46 Heart of the Wolverine. So let's summon those. All right. And then a last thing, I have this +3. I'm going to use that to summon the Grizzly and to summon the rest of my Spirit Wolves. Okay, so thank you if you are watching still and you bear with me while I do all that. Then we're going to switch back to everything. Okay, these gotta go. These go over here. Sorry. And then I'll show some of these, I guess, too. The charms are pretty nice. I know you notice I got a bunch of large charms. These are pretty good. Look, 6 max damage on that one, 5 there, 6 on that one, 5, 6 with life and attack rating. You know, another 6 with attack rating, another 6 attack rating, run walk, a bunch of attack rating, life, and life. Torch, Annie, more max damage, more attack rating and life, and then these are all +10 max damage with attack rating that I found. So those are all sweet. So anyway, our damage is really good on this build with the Faith Bow, and our summons are pretty sweet too. So let's go. Let's see. It says the Far Oasis is oh, I don't have it, of course. I guess let's go to Frigid Highlands first. Check this out. So we've got Concentration Aura from our Mist Bow. And we've got all of our summons, which are being buffed by Heart of the Wolverine, Fanaticism, and Concentration right now. It's disgusting, right? And it's just okay. Because it's off meta, right? It's not even that good. It's just like, it's just okay. In fact, we're dying right now. Okay. Our lifesteal's pretty good though, so we can get our health back pretty easily. A Phase Blade. What? What is this? Nothing. Okay. So, do I have a? Just in case I need another one of those. Yeah, so this is kind of how the build works, right? You're an archer. Your mercenary's an archer. And I like to call this like a hunter build, or, you know, and it's a hybrid summoner build. I built this a long time ago, and it always sucked, and it always had the slowest clear speed because I was using things like Harmony, and I think I tried a Wind Force. I just didn't have the gear at all to have the summons be high enough level and to have my own damage be good enough. You really need... This is so gear dependent. It's ridiculous, right? But if you can kind of tell, though, that we are cleaning house. Like, look at these guys. This is just me. I'm shooting these slingers over here by myself without help of my summons. Look at, there's a unique guy, there's a minion, and I'm actually killing them with the druid, right? With the bow, just the regular attack. There are no druid skills for bows, you know? So this is just regular attack being completely buffed by all of our charms and all of our auras. And it's actually, like, it's actually really good for how bad this really can be if you know, when you try to build something like this. It's actually really strong. Look at this guy. I am shooting him and bam, he is gone. You know, that's sweet. Sorry, I like to check some of these sometimes because I have really weird off-meta builds that I'm thinking of that could use just the perfect rare weapon. Anyway, so... Oh, look at this guy's immune to physical, so I'm going to hit him with this. There. Now he's not. I hit him with the lacerator and amp damaged him and just took him down. So I also like, you know, builds that you don't necessarily need the Sunder Charm for. I'm not saying Sunder Charms are bad or anything like that. I'm not saying that, you know, I don't use them. But I like the idea of not having to use a Sunder Charm and still being able to clear all of the content. I think that's pretty cool if you can have a build that does that. Man, these guys are kicking my ass. I need a little help from my summons. So I guess the only thing that would help, you know, obviously would be some kind of teleport, right? Because teleporting with summons is just, you know, it's nice that you can tele-stomp stuff, but that's kind of not the purpose of this build, right? The purpose of this build is to be able to run around and shoot and kind of have your summons be an accessory to everything that you're doing. Alright. See, this big guy went down pretty quick. That guy always one-shotted. What about this guy? Boom, one-shotted him. Yeah, these little like demon guys that shoot the fire. Look at, you can like one-shot them. Yeah, Faith Bow is so good. I love that. It's got to be one of my favorite rune words by far. And I didn't make it until like a couple weeks ago. Like, I didn't have the runes until a couple weeks ago to make it, and I made other stuff before it, like a lot of other stuff before it. Yeah, and it's pretty sweet that it rolled a perfect level 15 Fanaticism. That is just, that's awesome. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm not gonna go into the Abaddon. It's just, the layout is really bad actually for this type of build when you need summons. Just gonna recast my Cyclone armor there. Oops, wrong way. Yeah. But yeah, this kind of build is, I've always wanted to make this type of build work. The Hunter Druid. I really love, like I said before my last video, if you watched my last video with my Strafe Lightning Amazon, I really like bow builds a lot. and this is no exception. I think this is a pretty decent way to run a Summoner Druid as well. Yeah, here, I'll try to let my summons do some work here. Let's see. I'll run past these guys. I'll just let the summons kill everything. Yeah, I mean, they're getting it done, you know? There's Ibeck. Yeah, I just wasted him. This is online as well, in case anyone's wondering. So, that's why you might see me pick up some stuff. No. Yeah. Where else should we go? Should I go to Chaos? I'll do Chaos. Chaos is doable with this build. Okay. Look at all of our summons are still alive and well. Recast my Cyclone armor. That definitely helps. Let's see what our damage is. Look at our damage with all the auras and everything in the Heart of the Wolverine. 1,080 to 4,939. Yeah, I mean, that's really good damage. I mean, I know we're like single target, right? But we're kind of not when you look at how our mercenary has 100% pierce with her freezing arrow. And our summons are just kind of spreading out, dishing out damage all over the place, you know? Some people want splash damage for melee. And I just think that there are ways to incorporate some area of effect damage for a lot of melee builds. You know, there are some ways. I'm not saying that I wouldn't like a splash damage torch for a barbarian. That might be cool. Instead of the Firestorm proc. I mentioned that in my last video too. Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying that. The Firestorm proc is a little annoying. Look at, I just did one here. But I kind of need it for this build. I kind of need the skills and the res and stuff, so I'm using it. But yeah, and we're throwing these axes now because my arrow, I don't know if you noticed, my arrows are down to 48 arrows now. So, sacrifice our fanaticism more to hit these guys with our axes. And look, it's pretty good. I'm attacking him melee. I'm just walking up to him. With a human druid, you know, melee human druid, just attacking you. So, yeah, dude, this is pretty sweet. I really like this build a lot too. This is one of my other favorite builds, that I've been working on for a long time. Go spear. 6 sockets. We need to be right? We got some arrows. Okay, back to fanaticism with our faith bow. Alright, we got some unique guys here. He's gone. That guy's gone too. Look how fast the rogue is shooting. I don't know if you noticed that. She just like with her Andes, and then this thing has got a really fast base. She shoots really fast. I like the rogue, Act 1 rogue mercenary for this as well. If you try to use an Act 5 or an Act 2 mercenary, you'll notice that a lot of the summons and stuff kind of get in the way of him sometimes. So he won't really be able to dish out a lot of damage. The nice thing about the Act 1 rogue mercenary being ranged is, you know, she can sit back behind the summons or near them, and she can still just keep shooting. So I think that's pretty sweet. So here we are in the Chaos Sanctuary, right? And here's like some Venom Lords. Look at this. Are we not like, come on. Have you seen a druid that's this good? without being like a Fury Druid, you know? Like, you know? Or like a Windy Druid, you know, obviously is insanely good, but I don't think... You've probably not seen... I'm gonna guess you haven't seen a melee just bow Druid that just is able to pretty much clear chaos with ease. I know it's not as fast as a Javazon. Like, I know that. So you don't have to tell me that, but check it out. Isn't this why you item find? So you can like make stuff like this, right? Alright, what's this? Circle it. 37 to 1. Going. See how all these guys go, right? You know, maybe my whole build falls apart when I get to some of these mini bosses, you know. Probably could have waited to summon those guys. Whoops. Might have been a little bit more prudent, but oh well. Is that guy off the edge? Yeah, he is. That sucks. Let's see. I always hate that when you kill a no level requirement hit recovery. Huh. I don't know. Some low level dueler. Are there level 1 duels? Are there level 1 duels? There probably are. Yeah, one way to play this too is like just kind of go for some of the guys that are like further back, you know, that you can snipe while your summons kind of take care of everybody else. Yeah, these are some tough guys here. Took a little bit more to take down. Took out my Cyclone armor too. Still good. Heart of the Wolverine is looking a little low on health though. I hope I don't lose that guy because he does give a ton of attack rating and damage for us. I guess the one thing that does kind of suck about this build is you'll notice, like, look, I almost ran out of arrows again, you know? My previous video, I had a strafes on, and it was just like, you never run out of arrows with that. Okay, we're down to 10 arrows. I'll switch over to my axe again and start throwing lacerators and amp damage and using amp damage now, which kind of makes up for losing fanaticism a bit, you know. All right, why is my rogue walking that far? So, yeah, I really, like, once again, I'm just kind of reiterating, I guess, but I think this build is quite good for what it can do, for like what it is, you know. There isn't anything on the skill tree to help the druid. There's no attacks that he can do in human form, you know, to help out just him using weapons in human form. And so it's pretty sweet to get it to work, right? Lord DeSace, stone skin, so if we can amp him. Yeah, we did. Oh man, he went down fast once he was amped. It's crazy. 2 to 3 cold damage, level 15. A little combat shrine, sure, why not? Yeah, look at our, oh, never mind. What is it now? 219,000 attack rating when we have the combat shrine. With the faith bow. Yeah. Not to mention the faith bow has ignore target's defense, which is really nice. But anyway, unless we can find some arrows here. There we go. Arrows. Hey, we almost got nailed there. Alright, snipe this guy in the back. All my summons are kind of just being dumb. Like, we lost a Spirit Wolf there. That kind of sucked. I guess I'll just summon one. Even though he's not as high level as he could be. Alright, here we go. There's Infector. Oh, he's immune to physical. Jerk. There we go. Amped him. So he is amp damaged. And he is going down. He's gone. Alright. So that's that. It's very possible Diablo kills a bunch of things here. Let's see. Alright. He's going down pretty fast. Nice. And a Hyperion Spear. +2 to skills. Yeah. The Ariax Needle. Here's a perfect example of something they could probably just tweak a little bit to make it even better. So that people would use it instead of all the rune words. But, you know. It's got good mods on it. Deadly Strike, ignore target's defense, enhanced damage, attack speed, skills. The poison damage over 10 seconds, though, you know, unless you're doing, like, some weird off-meta stuff like I like to do, I feel like that could be a little higher. I feel like you could increase that poison damage to, like, 1,000, you know, and it still wouldn't be cheap. It still wouldn't be overpowered. Alrighty. So, there you have it. The Hunter Druid, who is super awesome. I love the wolves and everything running around, murdering everything. I think it's so cool that you can sit back and shoot a bow with the Act 1 mercenary and have a bunch of wolves fight everything for you. I think that's awesome. So anyway, that's my Hunter Druid. I hope you liked it. Hopefully it's something you just haven't really seen before again. And let me know what you think. And check out my last video, the Lightning Strafe Zon. Alright. Later.